All right, we just pulled up to our hotel in Bogotá. We don't know if we can check in, and obviously we're trying to get like a 5 a.m. check-in, which is a little bit unusual. So hopefully we can at least leave our bags. And our guide, who's our family member, talked to the cab driver. It sounds like he's gonna kind of take us around, and these guys have been here several times, so it's awesome to have a guide. We're used to doing things just freestyle on our own, hauling 3 kids around. So this is different, but beautiful. If you've watched our other videos, you know the kind of places we usually stay. This is a bit of a step up. So our room won't be ready till 3, normal check-in time, so not a huge deal. We were hoping we could get in a little bit early, but it is what it is. Looks like a really nice hotel though. You can see it behind me there. And then it's on a pretty chill street. Plant life. And yeah, excited to see what it looks like out here in the daytime. Our flight landed at like 4:30 in the morning or something. We just jumped in the cab and we're headed to our first stop.
Yay, we're going to the Salt Cathedral.
In Zipaquirá. Name of the city, right? Did we get it right?
That's right, you got it right.
In Colombia, we're in Bogotá.
We've got a little bit of a drive. It's supposed to be a really gorgeous drive though. We're super excited to check it out.
Go through Bavaria.
And we'll go through an
Oh,
area.
we'll go through little Bavaria? Or?
Yeah, the area.
So it looks a lot like the
like Bavaria.
Bavarian area.
Like
So
Germany.
excited for that.
The views all the way up were incredible. And now you come into this hotel that's a historic kind of monument, and that's where you're gonna buy tickets to go into the Salt Cathedral. But the views are just beautiful. This building's beautiful. Okay, we just grabbed our tickets in this hotel behind us. They're about $25 per person to enter. So it's not incredibly cheap, but not terribly expensive either. And then we're walking just down a road, and we'll kind of see how the entrance and everything goes, because our guide is Colombian. They spoke Spanish the whole time, and then she spoke Spanish to me. I don't think she knew that I speak very little Spanish. I speak a little bit. I usually can like get by understanding, but to be able to reply is very difficult. Huh?
What?
Nothing. I was just talking about the process of getting tickets and getting here. We're a ways out of Bogotá. Now, I don't know how far, because we're in pretty heavy traffic. And so, though we were driving for a while, we definitely didn't go terribly far, I don't think. So here's a good tip to save you a couple bucks. Right behind me, there are these booths where you can buy tickets. But where I showed you before, up at that hotel where we bought ours, that saves you, I don't know, it's like maybe about $5 per ticket. So hey, $5 is $5. Buys you some drinks at night or some really good coffee. And so definitely buy them up at that hotel. Anyway, it's not by the main parking area. This is kind of the main parking, but our cab driver took us up to that hotel so that we could save a little bit.
What you decide is the entrance to the mine, and then you get greeted by a beautiful garden and then these lights. The ground is still a mine, so it's not very even. You want to watch your step as you go. But as you descend into the mine, they give you an audio guide, which makes it super simple to navigate, and you'll come across these different crosses that represent the different stations of the cross from the Catholic Church. The audio guide is fantastic, and it's available in several different languages, so when you get your ticket, they'll ask you which you would prefer. You will need an ID to pick up your audio guide because that's how they keep track of them and make sure they get returned. So we had our passports that we just had them take a picture of, and then we switched them out. And then at the end, you don't have to walk your audio guides back up to the top. They'll actually just collect them at the end of the tour for you. It is extremely dark inside the line, but your eyes adjust pretty well, and they do have well-lit walkways so that you can see where you're going. But it's nice when they don't have super bright lights so you can see details like this dome ceiling, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then as you lead your way through here, you'll get to the main cathedral, which is where the miners actually took out everything so that they could make themselves a place to worship. And you can see that all the way down here at the end. They even have a projection onto the cross here, and it was so cool to watch. The mine is full of art. It is around every corner, the ceiling, the floor, and most of it is made out of salt, which is so fascinating to go through and see how smooth they can make it, the different colors of the salt. We really enjoyed walking around here.
Alright, so this is like the main underground chapel. We thought the red colors were a bit ominous, but it is really beautiful. We're 580 feet below ground down here. Okay, so this hallway behind us is really cool.
It's so cool, and the chandeliers are so awesome, and they have like little beads instead of being like glass or crystal. They're salt.
They're actually made of salt that they mined from here. Now, a couple interesting things too. We just came across. There's a cafe and a churro stand. So if you get hungry, you can get a snack. The little cafe is not open yet. They're really cool, and they're like, yeah, you can go up and take a look around. So it's actually way earlier in the morning than I thought it was. But this whole thing, this whole seating area is like suspended off the salt walls, and it's really cool. Check this out. So after you walk through, maybe after you mass, because they actually do mass here every Sunday at noon, so you could actually attend a mass here. But how cool is this seating area? So when you look down, that's the gift shop we just came from. And then I think I might as well just go up to the third level and check it out. Oh, third level's closed, never mind. But they've done a great job of just making this place attractive and fun and really cool. Emeralds are a huge thing here in Colombia. They mine them here, and it's a pretty big deal. And so they actually have a jewelry shop in here. So the way this place is set up is interesting. You have the cathedral, but then separate from it, you kind of have all the shopping and stores. So we're in this kind of shopping and store sections now. We've got tons and tons of, I don't know, knickknacks and trinkets. There's a sign up there that says shopping. A bunch of snack places, which always a good idea. If you've watched a few of our videos, you realize how strong our belief in calories is.
Love snacks. All the snacks. But as you go though, you can see like where they have
The striations.
the striations of the salt, and it's like sparkly. It gives it like a whole vibe. It's kind of amazing.
Here they sell salt lamps, salt scrubs, salt bath bombs, anything you want salted.
Oh, there's the restaurant.
I do think, yeah, I think we've come About to the end.
Look at this
Some
tree.
bathrooms available. Look at a tree. Oh, wow.
This is really cool.
That is really cool. That is so cool.
Oh, look at the spider on it.
That's
And
awesome.
the owl. The more you look, the more you see.
That's all carved into the salt. I have no idea why this is here, but there is a little Egyptian knick-knack store. So if you want to get some Egyptian knickknacks in Colombia, you might as well get them here. I do like that they had a shirt that said it's Colombia with the O, not Columbia with the U, because I'm gonna show my ignorance, which I'm always okay with. I thought it was spelled Columbia. So until we went to get our shot, see, I knew that. Why did I know that?
But if you hear
Anyway.
someone from Colombia say
They say Colombia, like on what's it called on Modern Family.
yes.
I'm from Colombia. Huh? So this is the gift shop, several hundred feet underground, and they have all kinds of cool ceramic work, glass work. Most of it's very Catholic. Obviously, as we're in a Catholic church, but yeah, these are definitely way more unique things though than we've seen in most gift shops around. So as you can hear behind me, they're still building this place out, but our guide here said that this stuff was not here 7 years ago. They've got a whole bunch of shops, places to get food. They've got souvenirs, knickknacks, popcorn, empanadas, churros. They've got a rock climbing wall. They've got places for kids to play, little play areas. And so I think you could definitely spend a day here, half a day, it's probably plenty, and have just a great time. Learn something, see some history, see some culture. I mean, basically this was a church that the miners carved out during their off time so that they would have a chapel to worship in. So you gotta respect the commitment.